What up, 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 what up? What up? What's good, GOAT? What's up, blah? Buffalo. How's it going, sir? You still reeling from the other night? Wesley Gold Auto? Michael, say less. What's up, Gulag? Thunderball McGillicuddy. What up, what up? So, if you're unfamiliar with how things work around here, hold on. Damn, all right. There we go. If you're unfamiliar with how things work around here, we have a direct line with the card gods. So put your request in now. We will send them up, and we will see what they decide to bless you with. Excuse me. So we got Wesley. We're still chasing that zebra for Buffalo. So Ruka. All right, she came back. I don't know if you guys saw that, but she did return to NXT. So we might get a chance to see that rivalry. First things first, though, before we get started, I would like to, before I crack this case open, say rest in peace to the legendary Terry Funk. Passed away today. Former Chainsaw Charlie. So I would say RIP to a legend. And yeah, that's about it. I don't think he's in this set. So I mean, last time we lost one, it was Sheik, and we were able to pull an auto of his on like the last box. But I don't know if we're gonna have that today. Maybe we'll get a Cactus Jack or something. But yeah, RIP to the legend. All right, now that we've gotten somber, let's see if we can perk our moods back up with some good hits tonight. What say the people? What say the people? All right, let's get this thing cracking. Jeff, just so you know, Blah in general, since he has such terrible karma with the card gods, you might get a lot of bronze just in spite of Blah. Unless, of course, he is trying reverse psychology. In which case, the card gods will know. And we'll shut all that down. Tiger ringside? Not here, sir. It's an anti-bron break. Ah, zebra. There we go. Rhea on the zebra. Well, we're going to get two of them. She might be one. Hogan might be the other. Dawkins and Kofi again. Pick Xavier Woods up this time. I'm noticing the pattern, Reds. I'm seeing a pattern here. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, so none special out the first pack. Davo Kato, Gigi Dolan on the snapshot. Booker T. 6 of 175. I watched a hilarious clip of him today when he was in Main Event Mafia and TNA. He got lead on the silver, and he was beating the hell out of somebody while giving play-by-play. It's epic. Dom Mysterio on the ringside. We got a silver Bianca Belair. Redemption card out the gate, and I gave away all my spacers. Did not expect to have this bestowed upon me so early. So, we're going to do that. Silver King of Mystery, Maurice. Tricolor of Stone Cold. Watch the whole Stone Cold compilation of stunners. Nobody took a stunner the way The Rock did. Rock damn near oversold it, but definitely gave it the desired effect. Props to Dwayne. Yeah, we got to recognize the legend, Leon. I couldn't let this break go by without acknowledging. Legendary signatures, red. Card 17. Stone Cold, the aforementioned Stone Cold Steve Austin. King of the Stunner. All right. Next stack. Who you got, Leon? Who you got in this break? Dory, got you. Say less. I'm on it. I'm on it. What up, Ty? Who'd you pick up? We have a die cut silver ringside of B-Fab. Ivan Putski. Tricolor of Akira Tozawa. We got Taker. Asuka. 165 of 249er. Nikita Lyons on the snapshot. Nikita Lyons on the ringside. She would not be denied. Hulk Hogan on the silver. Cam Grimes, 30 of 49 on the scratch and sniff. Tricolor of the Tribal Chief. Michael Hickenbottom. Our first block card. Tie-dye party. First entrance. Bray Wyatt. 9 of 25 on the Bray Wyatt tie-dye. We got Braun Breaker. Spacer numero 2. Are you doing another spacer count, blah? $15 tonight to get that like. You a cold piece. Well, since Blah's not gonna like the video, can the rest of you like the video to make up for Blah's negligence and pure cruelty in terms of giving likes? Stack with NXT. Sounds like a win. Sounds like a win. Did anybody check out Heatwave? I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil nothing, but just let me know if it was good or not. I saw a couple segments of Mello and Wesley. Liked it. Curious to see how that match finished. But I like the spots they did, though. The spots that I saw, I enjoyed. It sounded like Trick got a win over Dragunov, which I thought was a little weird. But actually, yeah, just the one redemption. Let's see if we can make up for it. The Ava Heat, we've been pulling some Avas lately. I think we got a tie-dye ringside. We've gotten a couple autos. Is Trick catching up? In-ring wise? Is he doing pretty good? I know that was a problem before, was the work rate wasn't as good as his running mate. So his trick, is he catching up or is he just getting better? Is he closing that gap? Silver Roxanne Perez, got Haku. Tricolor of Xavier Woods, Bailey, definitely catching up. Fire. Tricolor of Bret the Hitman Hart, Carmelo Hayes on the snapshot, a block card. Braun Breaker, 21 of 249er, Natalia. Sheldon Benjamin, 107 and 175. We got Austin Theory. Silver Cactus Jack. Lex Luger on the auto. So we went one break without Lex, and now we're back at it. Boo. Jeff, I told you. Look, you hitched your wagon to the wrong horse. If you want positive things to happen for you, blah is not the individual you want associated with that. Luger is indeed back. He will not be denied for too long. He's a narcissist. What do you guys say? What do you say we keep the black and green streak going tonight? Everybody down for that? Luger? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Are we quoting Gravediggers now? Fantastic. Thunderball just moved up a notch. Quoting Gravediggers. He's moved up a notch. We have a die cut. Kiana James. Dakota Kai. This is 8 of 199er. Got JC Jane. Tricolor of Hank Walker. Gigi Dolan on the snapshot. Karrion Kross. 68 of 149. Roddy Piper. Ringside. Cody Rhodes. Silver Brutus the Barber Beefcake, a.k.a. the Disciple. Well. Welcome to the tie-dye party. Our IC champion, Gunther. 1 of 25. First of his kind on the Gunther auto. Best worker in the company. By far. Buffalo followed it up with the Ghetto Boys. That's hilarious. It's a big gap in the spectrum between those two rap groups. Diamond Dallas Page, 75 of 99. 24 of 99 on the Shayna Baszler Scratch and Sniff. We got a die cut of Mr. Allen Jones. Seth Rollins. Ringside of Charlotte Flair. The saving grace of the Flair name. In terms of the offspring. Because David was... Oh, we talked about it last break. Terrible. El Terrible. Is Shayna your pick, Sasha? And are you at all related to Bubba? Yeah, my bad. My bad, Buffalo. My bad. I'll scale it back. I retract my statement. All right, we'll continue to go right down the middle. Pause if necessary. Are we infusing hip-hop and wrestling tonight? If so, thank you. Y'all gonna make my night. All right, let's see what we got. It's like partaking in a weed whacker match, yeah. They did do a song called Little Ghetto Boys. This is facts. This is facts. That's a classic album, by the way. That is a classic double album. We're playing 6 Degrees of Separation right now. Rap and wrestling. Next thing you know, we're going to start quoting Griselda. All right. Let's see what we got in here. Valentina Faraz. This is case number 1, Josh. 232 of 249. Mr. Allen Jones on the snapshot. And why is it Tupac? Silver Ridge Holland. Charlotte Flair. Ringside of JC Jane. Sonya Deville. 1 of 175. Dom Mysterio on the snapshot. Silver Alundra Blaze. Roxanne Perez on an auto. Tricolor of Yokozuna. Got Hogan. Hank Walker. Die cut of Brooks Jensen. Omos on the silver. Ringside of Jimmy Uso. Silver Scott Steiner. The Miz on the scratch and sniff. My favorite rapper surprises many people when I tell them. Only because majority of people aren't familiar with his catalog. They're familiar with one song, cling to that one song, and assume that that's all he's ever done. When his mixtape catalog is pretty insane. Method Man and Redman. Not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. A-Ball MJG. Are we going over best duos? If we're going over best duos, somebody got to throw Outkast in there. You gotta. They will not be denied in this combination. Or this conversation, I should say. All right, next up. Three Stacks, still a legend. I mean, they're both from Atlanta, but I hear you. All right. A couple spacers. So there you go, blah. We got the Samoan Japanese man, Yokozuna. 20 of 149. Bobby Lashley. There's a blah card. Couple Tribal Chiefs. Silver Hogan. Kurt Angle. Tricolor of The Miz. Michelle McCool. Never ever pull this. Taker's wife on the auto. Thea Hale. Charlie Dempsey on the white. 7/125. We got Matt Riddle. Another spacer. Tricolor Valentina Ferraz. Finn Balor. Cruz del Toro. I love the versatility in the chat. I really do. I know damn well you guys didn't come here, didn't plan on coming to a wrestling break and talk about hip hop. But I love it. I love it. Absolutely fantastic. The versatility in our wrestling group. It's one of a kind. Well versed in many, many things. This one is the GOAT. Yeah, Ty, you don't see a lot of McCools get pulled. But we did it. We did it. The rarest of the rare. So we do here. Steady Marvin, 504 Boys, Nas. Nas is still legendary. Question. Because we're in a hip hop conversation anyway. We're already here. Let's deep dive. Who aged better, Nas or Hov? Buffalo says Nas. Got a Silver Santos Escobar. Dakota Kai. Jinder Mahal on the ringside. Tricolor Sheamus. Gunther. We got a silver Bianca Belair. There you go, Jeff. Cora Jade. 8/49 on a Cora Jade auto. Lyrically, Ty. Batista, 114/149. We got Bret Hart. My man said physically. You been checking out their gym habits? Sonya Deville, 125/175. Randy Orton, block card. Jeff is going to have all 49 of those. He probably will. He probably will. And we don't question what he's going to do with all 49 of them either. We just we put our heads in the sand. We act like it didn't happen. We got Nas aging better lyrically. Okay. Fair enough. UTFOs, what got you in hip hop? What got me in? Let me see. It might have been Wu. It might have been the Wu. It was something on the East Coast, for sure. Even though I'm from Cali, I didn't really dive into a lot of Cali hip hop just because I got tired of hearing it on the radio all the time. So, being a rebellious teen, I decided to go all East Coast lyrical hip hop, no gangster rap. So if there was anything on the West I liked, it was like Razzcast, Crooked Eye, not Slum Village, Jurassic 5, stuff like that. I mean, it applies. Definitely like Onyx. Shut 'Em Down is an underrated album, underrated classic. Seth freaking Rollins. 19 of 249. Albert Fire. Randy Orton on the ring side. Chuck Dempsey, 106 of 175. Given the report about Seth's back, who do you guys think they have him drop the belt to? Shinsuke Nakamura on the snapshot, and then we can get back into hip-hop if you so choose to. Silver, King of Mystery. Big E on the snapshot. Bret Hart on the tricolor. Batista on the snapshot. We have White, Shelton Benjamin, 7 of 125. 15 of 49 on the Disciple. Brutus the Barber Beefcake Auto. Beefcake Break. Tricolor Rhea, The Rock, Hank Walker. Silver Matt Riddle. 26 of 99. Alba Fire, Scratch and Sniff. Should be Gunther. So you got him losing his belt to Gable. And then taking a belt from Seth. If I were to fantasy book that whole situation, I'd have Seth come out and have to relinquish the belt the same way Finn had to relinquish the belt after his injury to continue that part of the feud. I'd have Finn come out looking to gloat the same way Seth did. And I have Shinsuke come out as well, saying that he has a claim to the belt. I'd have those two wrestle for it. I'd have Damian Priest come out with the briefcase in the midst of that match. And before we could see whether or not he's going to cash in, I'd have JD McDonough come out there and confront him with the briefcase. I'd have Finn catch those two in the midst of an argument, and then Shinsuke roll him up for the win and becoming a new champion. That's what I would do, but that's just me. And nobody's here for wrestling, so we will do hip-hop for 2 cases. I'm okay with that. I think the first album I bought was Wu-Tang Forever. No. I lied. It was Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. The first album I owned was purchased by my father, who took one statement I made and ran with it. When I told him I didn't think Shaq was that bad on a mic, I didn't think he was that bad of a rapper. That translated into, you need this Shaq album. So Shaq Diesel was the first CD I ever owned. Get your chuckles in. Tricolor Becky Lynch. Lita on the snapshot. I'm not surprised that Ryback wouldn't come back. They don't need him. Silver Michael Satomura. Dom Mysterio. Tie-dye. Scratch un Sniff. It's a nice hit. Dirty Dom. He's really improved in all facets. Proud of the young man. I had a stern hatred for him for a while. I'm over it now. Mankind on the die cut. Silver Dolph Ziggler on the snapshot. Carmelo Hayes ringside. Tricolor Brutus Beefcake. Asuka. Spacer. We have a silver Elias. Jey Uso 5 of 35. Scratch and Sniff Auto. Yeah, it's Mysterio shirt. It's before the heel turn, which has been glorious, by the way. She's done excellent with it. Talk that vintage shit, Buffalo. Let us know. My man said, not no damn CD. Album. Real shit. Needle to the record. Talk heavy. Talk heavy. Yeah, it did. Heel turn definitely saved Dom's career. And he's flourishing with it. He is absolutely flourishing with it. Heel turns typically do that, though. Heel turns, when you make them, it's the most difficult thing in the world to get over as a babyface in professional wrestling. People just naturally want to dislike you. If we're being told to like you, people just naturally want to dislike you. It is the most difficult thing to do in the world of wrestling, is to debut as a babyface. Even our legends, it didn't work out well for them. Hank Walker, Ludwig Kaiser, 51 of 75. Got Roman Reigns, a Blockhard, Angelo Dawkins, 163 of 199er. Valkyria on an auto. Tricolor of Elektra Lopez. We got The Rock, Hank Walker, Thea Hell, RVD, 26 of 99 on a Rob Van Dam. Kane on a snapshot. Tricolor of Cruz del Toro. Montez Ford on a snapshot. Silver Jayon Quinn. Karrion Kross. Veer Mahan. We get some obscure hits. 19 of 149. Got The Rock and ringside of China. LL Cool J is hard as battle anybody, I don't care you. They all rock the bells. Since we're here, give me a favorite bar. Cena, Hogan, Taker, Austin, Mount Rushmore. It depends on how we're look. If we're talking like how Mount Rushmore has been obscured to mean top 4, as opposed to the founders, then yeah, I'm not mad at that. You could argue the best of those errors, of their individual errors. Well, Taker, I think you'd have to give way to Austin for that. But Cena, who else did you say? Hogan. Oh no, you had Austin in there. Yeah, you could probably say that. You could probably say that. You could probably say that. Are we still considering Cena modern day, like current generation, or has he been removed from that conversation? And if he's removed from the conversation, is it Roman by default? Or are we still waiting to find out who that person is? Because it's looking like, or sounding like, Roman might consider springboarding this run into, we have more tie-dye coming up, into movies, which means we're looking at a very high level but a pretty quick burst. Kevin Owens, 49 of 149, 3 of 99 on the Shinsuke Nakamura scratch and sniff. What? Carmella, 17 of 125. We got Nikita Lyons on the snapshot. Welcome to the tie-dye party, Mr. Ringside Billy Gunn. 21 of 25 on the Billy Gunn tie-dye. Apollo Crews, snapshot. Tricolor of Matt Riddle, Dragunov, Cody Rhodes, 157 of 175. Shawn Michaels on the snapshot. Silver Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, and ringside of Eric. Broken down the errors. Andre's got to be there. Does Hogan make it no matter what? No matter what context you put it in? Get Andre. It could be the guard statues. Who else is a must? Hogan is a must, no matter what. Who else has that honor, that distinction? Austin. I got a name that people typically don't say, and they should. Vince. Where are we without Vince? Gotta say Taker. Harley Race. Give me reasons why. So Hogan I can default give just because like the business took off due to Hogan. So he's got to be in there, obviously. No, not Vince Russo. You know damn well I ain't talking about no damn Vince Russo. Is Taker in there strictly because of longevity and just being a favorite the entire time? Like, what historical accomplishment did Taker have? Austin, I say, because he was at the top during wrestling's peak. Austin was at the top, so that's why he's in there. Bray Wyatt on the tricolor, Maurice. But what argument does Taker really have outside of we like him? Silver Aaliyah. Michael Satomura, 19 of 25. Welcome to the tie-dye party on the auto. Superstar Billy Graham. That's an underrated name for sure. Die cut of Liv Morgan. Omos. Ultimate Warrior on the ringside. Silver Liv Morgan. Mr. Allen Jones, 22 of 49 on the ringside. AJ Styles auto. Silver Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn. Rhea Ripley, 47/199. Jonathan Michaels, Rick Steiner. Andre is a good one. Longevity, the street characters, facing Hell Star, mentorship. Okay. What historical importance do we give to DX? Flair, Hogan, Rhodes, Austin. Give me Dusty's case. Give me Dusty's case. My man said Mae Young. Austin, Andre, Hogan, Flair. Yeah, I agree with you, Ty. I agree with you. I think it can. I think it ultimately has to be an errors thing, which is what we concluded when we first had this conversation a couple shows back. Austin's way overrated. The Rock is way overrated. Explain those two takes. In Matrix, you have NWO over DX. Why? I'm curious. Now, I'd say, well, okay, if we're talking for a historical reference, okay. All right. If you're saying in reference to the question I gave, I'll give you that. The spawn of the NWO is still the greatest angle, greatest swerve in professional wrestling history. So I'll give you that. I won't deny that one. Average is best, huge personality. I saw improvements over time. I never thought that he was a world beater in terms of his work. He could sell his ass off. I think he's underrated in that aspect. I thought he got better later on with his offense. I think his offense was more the issue than anything else. DX made wrestling fun. Facts. Spearheaded one of the biggest booms. Got Bobby Lashley. Snapshot, Dom Mysterio. Personality matters way more. That's where the money is. That's a fact. Jimmy Uso, 12/249. We got Kurt Angle, who I still feel is the best overall talent. George the Animal Steel, 145/175. Matt Riddle. Katana Chance on a die cut. Becky Lynch. Batista on the ring side. John Cena Silver. Booker T, 26/49 on a Booker T auto. Tatum Paxley. Mark Coffey. Bobby Lashley. My issue with NWO, and this is probably unfair in some ways, but it's extremely difficult for me to separate the height of the NWO from like the way it finished, from the absolute lows of it when it became a joke. The fact that they instituted that whole thing and didn't really have a ton of guidance, and you could see that they were just, kind of just shooting from the hip, just building the plane as they flew it, is my issue with NWO. But I cannot deny the impact that it had and still continues to have. I mean, damn, one of the biggest factions in all of professional wrestling history next to the NWO is a NWO knockoff called Bullet Club. So obviously it had impact. Oh yeah, Sting is 1000%. on that Mount Rushmore. Yeah, Juan, let's get into that. Who would you put in there for most talented? Because now we get into, I think this leads to more heated conversations. There's a lot of overlooked talent. Yeah, too many members. They couldn't really, like, WCW had two of the biggest stars and storylines in wrestling during that time, and they fumbled both just because they couldn't figure out what to do with them. Mark Coffey, 27-125. Nikki Cross on the scratch and sniff. As much as we laud Goldberg for his in-ring work, we got Lita on the orange. That's nice. 43-49. He was absolutely stellar star-wise. Snapshot, AJ Styles. But the way they finished it off and ended his streak was just stupid. Tricolor Undertaker, Charlotte Flair. They built him up to the point to where they had to do something out of the box in order to stop him. And when they did, it just kind of really ruined the whole specter. Carmelo Hayes on the silver. Ariana Grace, 34-35 on the auto. We need this case to heat up a little bit. Zeus, 150-199. We're still waiting for our Zebra and our ringside case hit. Silver Roxanne Perez, Finn Balor, Steph McMahon on the ringside. We'll do both. We'll do both, Matrix. Most talented on the microphone is who? I know for a lot of people, they're going to go to Dwayne. But let me hear what the people have to say. He's not my pick, but let's see what the people have to say. Flair on the mic is your personal fave. Okay. Michael says Cena. Interesting. Kurt Angle's mic skills, Kurt Angle's entire skill set, to me, is hands down the best of anybody. His in-ring work, his character work. He could do comedy. He could do serious. His mic skills were ridiculous, and he was just a natural with it, in my opinion. Like, out the gate, Kurt was just spectacular. Believability, everything. Jim Cornette, Michael P.S. Hayes. Another vote for Cena. Kurt Angle, most underrated, says Jeff. I'm surprised Cena's getting all this love. Cornette and Brain and the manager's choice. I'm a Heyman guy personally. Always been a Paul Heyman guy. I like the promo. I like the to me, in terms of managers, he does the best character work. And we've seen that just with the WWE run alone. He does the best character work in terms of managers. Cena haters kind of died, which it needs to. He needs to be respected more for how good he is. Silver Angelo Dawkins, Shinsuke Nakamura on the scratch and sniff. But that goes back to my point earlier of when they force a baby face on us, we just naturally rebel against it. Braun Breaker on the tricolor, Charlotte Flair, Like Cena's literally been the same guy. Tie-dye of the Miz, 11/25. Elias on the auto. Vince is pretty good. Tricolor of Bam Bam. We got Hogan. Die cut of Jimmy Uso. We got Gunther. Honky Tonk Man on the ringside. Still waiting for that case hit. Silver Jonathan Michaels. Bobby Lashley. Ridge Holland. Piper was very good. Jericho is underrated. He is underrated. He is one of those names that always gets lost in the shuffle when we have these conversations. So Jericho definitely should get some love. Perry Saturn on the mic, not so much. Yeah, some people just should not. They're not there to speak. That's why he was at his best when he was part of the Eliminators in ECW. I don't think Saturn ever really hit a stride outside of that company. Jack Swagger. Raven. Raven, probably the most compelling. Like when I first heard him, those dark emo promos were captivating. I really like Raven. Raven did, in my opinion, and I still attribute this to Heyman as well. In ECW, Raven was excellent at hiding the lack of like in-ring work. First wrestling I watched, it was probably WWF, like Superstars or something like that back in the day. When I first started actually caring, though, like really diving into the business itself, I'd probably say during the war, and then ECW had me further entrenched into finding something different, and then ROH put me into like skill set stuff. 6 of 175. We got Alan Jones on the snapshot. Roddy Piper, 55 of 249. Like I watched all that stuff, but like when I actually cared and was invested wasn't until later on when I was a little bit older and could understand what I was watching. Tricolor, RVD, Kurt Angle, Hank Walker, Miko Satomura, 9 of 49. Matt Riddle, Tricolor of Georgie Animal Steel, Finn Balor, Shawn Michaels on the ringside, Thea Hell, Silver Bianca Belair, Scarlett, 29 of 35. Back-to-back breaks, pulling a Scarlett auto. Four boxes left in case numero uno. Still no zebra. Still no ringside unless it's gonna be a die cut, which is possible. But every case that I've seen the die cut ringside, there's been a regular silver ringside as well. So nope, no zebras yet, Buffalo. I love how engaged we are in the chat that like we still haven't noticed certain cards. I think that's what makes this community so fire. The fact that we can just come here and just talk about something we love and have passion for it, and not even worry about the rest of the stuff. Just come in and be a community, you know? Make sure you guys hit the likes though. More likes, more engagement. More engagement means more people come in and have these conversations with us. And we can grow this community. Would you guys like to see the territories back again? Or do you like the conglomerates, like the big huge companies? Would you want to see one major company or just a working relationship with all the companies? Well, that's how you change things. We have a color wheel and a zebra. So that's how we step it up. Let's we'll just run through them. Alexa Bliss, Cora Jade on the silver. Rhea Ripley, 35 of 49 on the scratch and sniff. Let's see our zebra. Andre the Giant, ringside. There we go. There we go. That's how we do it right there. That's how we do it right there. All right, we got snapshot of JC Jane. Eddie G. 59 of 99. Roddy Piper. The Miz on the tricolor. Finley. 38 of 60. It's a good, nice little worker there. Got a silver Shawn Michaels, Scott Steiner, and Shawn Michaels will unveil our. Is that Joe Gacy? Or is that Austin Theory? Whose forehead is that? Seth freaking Rollins. That's fire. That's damn near color match too. That is fire. That's a hit. That is a hit. We like that one. We like that one. Yeah, I don't like the boots either. But Seth. Which takes me back to my... Oh, no. Did we? Yeah, we already answered that. Charles is in his own world right now. Charles is like, damn these cards. We talking about these legends. To hell with these cards. It's all about Bobo Brazil. King Kong Bundy, the originator of the 5 count. Which Big E remixed down at NXT for comedic effect. Was damn good at it. 5. All right. Oh, we got Tori. Tori's actually done fairly well last few breaks. I think we've done tie-dye of Tori. We've done some color ringside of Tori. She has not been terrible. Yes. Rick Rude for sure. All right, 3 boxes left after this stack. See if we can get the fire going. Bianca Belair on the silver. Natalya, a block card. There's our case hit ringside. Ava, as requested. Card gods smile brightly upon you this evening. Ava ringside. Nice case hit. Gigi Dolan on the snapshot. We have a white Akira Tozawa. 16 and 125. Props to the Miz for putting him over. Haku. Tony D'Angelo. Tie-dye. 11 of 25. Welcome to the party. Carmelo Hayes on the snapshot. Ringside of Alexa Bliss. Silver King of Mystery. JBL, another rare auto, but we'll take it. John Bradshaw Layfield. Clothesline from Hell. Die cut of Ashanti Adonis. Ivan Putski. Ringside of Braun Breaker. Sonya Deville. I believe this is a 3rd to 175 we pulled this break. 79 and 175. I think we're going to collect the whole set. Bailey and Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Silver. It's a silver. That's pretty much it. Ringside silvers are considered case hits. JYD, DiBiase, Duggan, Jake, Orndorff, Bundy. Coke Boys. Coke Boys era. No, they're not numbered. They're just silver. And they're one per case. So need a Strowman tie-dye? You just missed it. We got the auto last break of a Strowman tie-dye. It's still real to me, damn it. Well, damn. Man can't have his moment. I just came in, just shitting on his love. He was feeling good. All right, well, just a silver ringside. It's Purdy. That's the difference. Strowman coming back anytime soon? If so, who would you like to see him in the ring against? Holla, holla, holla. Holla, holla. Holla, 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 holla. Hold on, player. You guys think WWE needs a, I guess, 4th show due to the amount of talent that they have? Would you guys watch like a Glow type of show if WWE did it? Kiana James, Undertaker. 90 of 249. Liv Morgan. Hank Walker. Tricolor of Gunther. Dragunov. The Rock. 161 of 199er. Snapshot of Shawn Michaels. Ringside of Thea Hale. Got a silver Dwayne. Snapshot of Otis. Thea Hell. Silver Warrior. Alexa Bliss, 20 of 49 on an auto. Do you guys think that's the answer, just to condense the shows instead of creating another one? Jake the Snake Roberts, 1/75, first of his kind. Roman Reigns. Omos. Bianca Belair. My thing is, the roster is full, right? Over fluctuated with talent. People that aren't getting any run, never will get any run due to the amount of talent on the shows, right? The ladies in particular don't have a lot of room to really develop if they're not in the top spot. So, I'll ask it again. Would you guys tune in to a women's only show so the WWE can showcase the ladies doing their thing in the ring, just to get a little more exposure to like the Roxanne Perez's, the Sol Rucas, the Tiffany Strattons, the Alba Fires, the Isla Dawns? They can get their tag team division off the ground. Would you guys tune in for that show weekly? Charles says absolutely. Victor says yes. They should make it a 2 to 3 show live back in the old days. 2 to 3 shows like back in the old days. Because, I mean, we got Raw, we got SmackDown, we got NXT. We got NXT 2.0. There's just not enough time to develop the talent and or storylines and keep it compelling. I mentioned the tag team division, stupid. She's one half of the champs, so she got mentioned. Hush your mouth. Top Dollar. Matt Riddle on the silver. Tyler Bate. 48/49 on the Tyler Bate auto. It's another one of those rare hits. It's going to be a rare hit break, looks like. Got an orange of Alexa Bliss. 35/49. Apollo Crews. I think so too. I think especially since now they're actually letting them wrestle instead of just be eye candy. Maybe give them a show to showcase some of that. Ivar, 63/175. Snapshot of Batista. That's a silver. Roman Reigns on the ring side. Tricolor of Shinsuke Nakamura. Scratch and sniff of Cameron Grimes. Okay, blah. I was Piper Nevin, the great monstrous tag team champion. Jerry the King Lawler, 150/199. John Cena, a blog card. And we're moving on. Blah's so damn sensitive about his girl, man. Who still is not, well, they're starting to. But she wasn't being used correctly for the longest time, in my opinion. I still think, like, I don't mind her teaming up with Chelsea for these tag belts, especially the way they're utilizing her as a monster, but she should have been the muscle for Trish Stratus during Trish's latest run. In my opinion. I think it would have made more sense. Anything for mid? Mid, or are you saying Miz? Yeah. Tie-dye. Got one at 25 earlier. But calling him the mid is like, it's cold-blooded. He's probably the best company man there. First name was correct. Gumby. You can't walk in and just completely throw shots, bro. You just got here. Mark Henry's underrated and underutilized too. That Hall of Pain run was his best work, and was probably the push he should have had for his entire career. That's crazy. One man call, man. My top 3 divas in the ring, like all time or right now? Let you text up to LA Knight. That's hilarious. Yeah. All time. Here's the thing, right? In terms of in-ring work, we're just in this generation actually seeing them being able to display it. So people like Trish, Lita won't make the cut for me, right? 55 and 99. I say women's, man. Ronda Rousey. Tricolor of Xavier Woods. Snapshot of Braun Strowman. Drew McIntyre on the silver. Gable Steveson. Finley on the ring side. Cora Jade silver. John Cena. Silver Cam Grimes. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! This one is 23 of 49 on the auto. Charlotte, Rhea, and Sasha. Even though I really like Shayna during her NXT run. Better mention Jazz. She's okay. She's okay. She's okay. She's definitely a brawler. Actually, let me take that back. We're talking skills. I gotta remember her name, man. She's the ROH champion right now. I forget her name. Athena. I think it's Athena or something like that. Nicole Bass with Samal is crazy. I think Asuka's really good. I mean, if we get into like the Japanese legends, then that's a whole nother can of worms to be opened. But if we're talking strictly just the W, it would have to be the modern day women's wrestlers. Amber Moon, that's it. She's very good as well. Montez Ford, 101 of 199. Bianca Belair, also good. Nathan Frazier, 224 of 249. Dana Brooke on the scratch and sniff. Karrion Kross, Luna Vachon, jeez. 73 of 149. I've been rewatching Raw, and I got to an episode with Luna where she started her feud with Scary Sherry. That voice, there's no way that that's her actual voice, and there's no way she didn't lose that voice at some point in time just trying to do that shit. It sounded terrible. Silver, Tony D'Angelo. Joaquin Wilde on the auto. Tricolor Valentina Feroz. Otis on the snapshot. Die cut of Jey Uso. Dakota Kai. Ringside of Tegan Knox. First time we've seen that one. Who would you guys say is the best technician? Who, let's do this. Who could you just watch wrestle? Because they were just that good in the ring. Who could you just sit back and just watch like a marathon of matches? Chad Gable's not a bad call. Gable's actually not a bad call. We discovered last break one that Bret Hart is low-key hated by a lot of people in this community. The chat lit Bret the fuck up last break. Get something out of there. There's something to get that out of there. Let me see. Damaging. I don't want to stick anything sharp in there to get that out, but it's it's a piece of residue. Eddie Guerrero, Benoit. Yeah, Benoit's good. Lesnar Angle. That's one of my favorite matches for sure. Some of my favorite matches have Brock Lesnar in it. Well, we don't want to ruin the card, so we won't ruin the card. All right. That's box of case one. We got our zebra. We got our silver ringside. We got our color wheel. Got some members of the tie-dye party. No golds, no greens, no blacks. We will rectify that in case two, I think. Hornswoggle. Actually, you can say the polar opposite of Hornswoggle was the zebra. It's actually Andre the Giant. Ivy Nile. 159 and 175. Definitely not Khali. We don't have to do that. Danier's not here. Paulo Cruz. We don't have to do that. White Noise is not here. You know, we don't have to mention Khali ever. Tricolor of Dijak. Dragunov. Tricolor of Asuka. Roman Reigns. Ringside of Austin Theory. Razor Ramon on a silver. 20 of 35. Scratch and Sniff auto. Rhea Ripley. She has a chance to be the GOAT. Silver Mia Yim. Sami Zayn. Silver Trips. Grayson Waller. Well, we asked for gold. We got gold. 7 of 10. Grayson Waller, Scratch and Sniff. Oh, that's not gonna. There we go. There we go. Is that a 40? That's a 140. That is too much space. Too much space. There we go. We don't have Rhea falling out. Can't have Rhea falling out. No matter how much you may call for that, we can't have that happen. No West yet. The best, most memorable match. In the E, probably Brock and Angle. And just wrestling in general, I'd probably say Bryan Danielson versus Takashi Morishima in ROH. That's a good one, Charles. That might have the biggest moment. TLC triple threat. That's a legendary match too. If you were to rank those moments, right? That triple threat match, the birth of the NWO, where Hogan drops a leg, and Mankind getting tossed off the Hell in a Cell. How would you rank that in order of shock and entertainment? Montez Ford, 109 and 199. Nikita Lyons on the snapshot. Or actually, I'll do you one better. Matt Riddle, 44 at 149. Which was more shocking, Hogan or Brock ending the streak? Maurice. Tricolor or Braun Breaker. Kiana James, 14 to 35 on the Kiana James auto. We have White, Joe Coffey. It's actually a color match. 85 and 125. Shawn Michaels on the snapshot. Valentina Feroz, 149 of 249. Shawn Michaels. Die cut of Raquel Rodriguez. Snapshot of Shinsuke on the silver. And ringside of Alan Jones. No. Nothing too crazy for Edge. I think maybe a number. Yeah. Coming to find out that Mankind asked for that to happen. And then went back up there. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Foley was wired completely different. His love and passion is crazy. Unmatched. Unmatched. Cocaine cures all? Possibly. Possibly. So which one? Which is more shocking? Brock ending the streak or Hogan dropping that leg? All right. While you ponder and pontificate upon that, here's case number 2. Has to be Hogan going heel. The follow-up has to matter some. Okay. The streak ending was going to happen. True. The streak ending was going to happen. And we never, ever, ever in a million years Would have thought that Hulk Hogan, will become the biggest heel in professional wrestling. Nobody saw that coming. Yeah. That's true, Gummy. That's the thing. I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, that whole angle, the way they set it up, the way they executed it, is the last actually hidden angle we had in the business. So I think that was right before the dirt sheet started, right before the web became a hotbed of information for all the behind the scenes stuff. That was the last big landmark thing we had happen in the business, and that's what makes it so impactful. Nobody saw that coming. The streak ended. Definitely should have been in retirement. He definitely had a couple Michael Jordan, Washington Wizards matches after that. Like, Taker looked terrible for a couple matches after the streak. Silver Bam Bam. Omas. We have a silver Kiana James. Alexa Bliss, 31 of 49 on the scratch and sniff autograph. Silver Asuka. Tommaso Ciampa, 1 of 99 on the scratch and sniff. Underutilized talent. Akira Tozawa. Tricolor. Elias. Snapshot. R-Truth, greatest 24/7 champion of all time. 180 of 249. Becky Lynch. Tricolor of Booker T. Dolph Ziggler on the snapshot. The Young Bucks should end the streak. Hush your mouth. The Young Bucks should have ended the streak. How dare you? King of the Ring speech was very memorable, which is why I think he's vastly underrated in terms of talkers. I don't think he gets nearly the amount of credit he should. His what still resonates today. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Like, Stone Cold, you could argue, birthed the boom of the merch era. You got people wearing Austin 316 t-shirts everywhere. You thump your Bible talking about John 3:16. Well, Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass. Seth Rollins, tricolor. Kevin Owens. Bray Wyatt, 149 to 199. Rob Van Dam on the snapshots. Die cut of Sami Zayn. Joe Coffey on an auto. Joe Coffey having a good break. Zion Quinn, 67 and 175. Get out of here. Ivan Putski. Rob Van Dam, 51 of 99 on the RVD. John Cena, Blue Meanie on the ringside. White, Bobby Lashley, 42 of 125. Seth Rollins and ringside to Kevin Nash. We pulled a 1 of 1 of that ringside before. I need my black and green streak to continue. It was lackluster last time because of the Quincy Elliott hit, but I mean, it was still a 1-on-1. So we took it, but we got to upgrade from that. We need to do better. Need more golds. When something like that comes up, I wonder if they see that as an opportunity to kind of raise up some of the unsung talent, as they should. Ivar, 144 of 249. Bobby Lashley. Dragunov, 34 of 149. Gable Steveson. Brock Lesnar, tricolor. Dom Mysterio on the snapshot. Kevin Nash ringside. Hank Walker tricolor. Alan Jones snapshot. Dragon Lee, pulling more of these. Ringside. Silver of Johnny Gargano. Kurt Angle. Montez Ford. 126 of 149. Lacey Evans, fresh off of her Happy Trails, Scratch and Sniff, and Santos Escobar. Why are all of these? Here we go. Yeah, they let her go. They let her go. She is now independent. She's out in these streets. She's out in the world looking for wrestling employment. And I think it's her. And I think Aaliyah asked to be released. So I'm pretty sure they got rid of her too. Yeah, there was a rumor of a OF page being started. I don't know how true that is. I'm hoping she just pops up in like TNA or something. Would you rather see Sasha Banks return or Adam Cole return? Silver Sami Zayn. Maurice on an auto. That's fire. Oh, more gold. Otis. 5 of 10 on the gold Otis. How would you guys feel about Otis recreating Vader? Like a comedic version. Nikita Lyons on the tricolor. Hogan. Damn, you don't want either one of them. Razor Ramon on the tricolor. Matt Riddle. Silver Miz. Rick Steiner. Bronze Daddy on the auto. Mankind, 75 of 175. Finn Balor. Jules Creed. Would you rather see Dom Mysterio with a world title run or Randy Orton never returning to the ring? All right, Charles. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you joining. Which one is it, Gumby? Which one would you rather? Mike Trout going back on the injured list. Shocker! That's some soft ass athletes in LA, boy. Yeah, we'll be back at this Friday. Give Dom the belt. Ryder! What's good, Ryder? Damn, so you ready? You're willing to give Dom the belt, huh? Hank Walker. Bronson Reed. 44 125. Scratch and sniff of Shinsuke Nakamura. Tricolor of Bray Wyatt. Roddy Piper. Spacer. Thea Hell. Ultimate Warrior. 20 of 199. Bailey. Braun Strowman. 37 of 149. Natalia. Roxanne Perez. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Diamond Dallas Page on the silver. Ashanti Adonis, 4 of 35 on the auto. Cora Jade. Let's have the best week of her life. I see what you did there. Oh, I see what you did there. We'll try. I mean, I'll have to talk to White Noise to see if there's anything that he's willing to look into and break. Is there something specific you guys want? Yeah, Cora took some time off and became an enhancement talent. So that's what he's referring to. Hey, look, Gumby. Might be time for the main roster makeover. Anytime they go up to the main roster, that's what happens. Main roster makeover. They all undergo some kind of major change to their look. Where they decide to have that change is up to them. The Rock, 69 of 249. King of Mystery. Ivar, 34 of 175. Charlotte Flair. Silver, Becky Lynch. JC Jane on the snapshot. Die cut of Big E. Cody Rhodes. The Miz. Ringside. Top dollar. Alba Fire on the silver. Carmelo Hayes. Welcome to the tie-dye party. 3 of 25. It's him. Silver Solo Sikoa. Gigi Dolan on a snapshot, and Liv Morgan on the ringside. Serves the same purpose, Gumby. Serves the same purpose. Would you rather have DX recreated or the NWO recreated? And who would be the members of those recreations? Current roster. NWO, okay. And who would be the members? So if we're recreating the NWO, right? We'll restart it the same way it was done back then. So now you got to pull two stragglers, you got to pull three members or two. Let me start over. If we're going to recreate the NWO, we have to recreate it the exact same way it was done back in the day, which means you got to give me 2 AEW wrestlers and then 1 WWE wrestler for the original 3. Yeah, Sasha. R.I.P. to the legendary Funk. Cody could be the Hogan. Okay. Becky Lynch on the orange. 47/49. Jimmy Uso, scratch and sniff. Tricolor of Cam Grimes. Sami Zayn. Tricolor of Hogan. Roman Reigns. If you're going to have a Hogan, it has to be Cena. That's front door though. Guru Raj, 25/199. I mean, that's probably one of the better ones, but that's kind of front door. Sonya Deville, 52/75. I don't think you shock anybody by making that Cena's heel turn. JC Jane, 164/249. Like, if you want to go directly by script, then yes, Cena's the obvious choice. I personally, to piggyback on your idea, because I like that, I personally have Cena be Sting. Where we paint this picture that Cena is clearly the third guy, that it's his time to turn heel, have everybody lean into that and believe that that's who it'd be. And then when we find out it's not him, a la the way they did with Sting, where now he becomes the Crow version, I want to see Cena make that type of change. Obviously, it wouldn't be the same thing. You know, he'd still be more verbal. We're not going to see him go mute or none of that stuff. But to see John really play into the, after everything I gave to this company, you really think that I would betray it that way? And just have him, that could be the swerve or the change in John Cena as a character. Nah, Sasha, it's got to be 2 wrestlers out of AEW. We're recreating the NWO the same way it was fostered when it was first done. So it needs to be 2 wrestlers from AEW that's coming over to the WWE to take over. He could wear his Peacemaker outfit. That's wild. Hank Walker on the silver. Caden Carter on an auto. I'd like to see Cena show some range, though, and I think that would be a good opportunity for him to do that. Tricolor Tony D'Angelo, Dragunov. Die cut of Brutus the Barber Beefcake. William Regal. Cora Jade on the ringside. Mox is the obvious choice. Mox and who else? Silver Elton Prince. Otis on the snapshot. Ringside of Blair Davenport. Haven't seen that name in a while. Silver Axiom. Snapshot of Shawn Michaels. Silver Luke Gallows. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. 2 autos now. 40/49. Ho! Mox is kind of front door. Mox is kind of front door. Former member of the roster. If we're gonna, I'd rather like veil it a little bit. So I'm thinking no former WWE talent, right? No former WWE talent. Nah, nope. Nobody returning. Nobody returning. Dustin is still active. I don't know if we believe Dustin at 50 is coming to take over WWE. I'm thinking, personally, MJF and Wardlow. Or, well, no, because that would be a return. We don't know it's a return, but Luchasaurus used to be in NXT, I believe. He's probably the largest guy to have on a roster. But I'm thinking MJF and Wardlow. Roddy Piper, Tricolor, Bianca Belair. Silver Batista. Dana Brooke, 30 of 49 on the scratch and sniff. It's either going to be that or Hobbs. I think that's about as good as you get in terms of like the larger wrestlers with any real ability over there. Torrie Wilson on the Tricolor. Kevin Owens jumping out of my hands. Spacer. Ultimate Warrior. 147 and 199. Kofi Kingston on the snapshot. Yeah, that's the problem. So, all right, are we looking at, we got Dakota Kai, 29 and 149. Would we do something kind of like a mashup of the Radicals and the original NWO? Like we'll have multiple members. We'll say 3 to 4. Dragunov on the Tricolor. Natalia, 18 of 49 on the auto for Natty. Because they are smaller wrestlers. So Wardlow is decent size, but we're talking, you know, he runs up on Roman or Solo for that matter. They're pretty much tied up, you know, unless we're looking at just pure sneak attacks. So maybe a crew. Yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe we got Wardlow, we got MJF. We'll have who else over there? I don't want to say like Orange Cassidy because he's comedy, but and Darby Allin's way too small. But I'm trying to think people who are like synonymous with AEW. That would still pose some sort of threat. Dr. Baker is a lock. Eventually. I can see that. Okay. Page, MJF, Wardlow. Give me one more. Seth Rollins, 147 to 249. Zoe Stark, snapshot. Gunther, die cut. Got the Rock Silver, Medusa ringside. Tricolor Katana Chance. LA Knight. Yeah, on the snapshot. Ringside of the Rock. That's fire. It's a fire card. I haven't seen that one. Silver Gunther. Alba Fire on the auto. Seth on the silver. Cora Jade. Mankind. 13/75. Rhea Ripley. Don't they kind of have a working relationship with TNA? Maybe grab Moose or something like that from over there as another member. Or don't they have, I think TNA has like some huge, like really good in-ring guy as like their champion or one of their champions. They could grab him. I mean, his name isn't massive, obviously, because I don't even remember it, but something like that. I would be mad at that. Moose, Wardlow, MJF, and Hangman Adam Page. So there's your 4. Britt Baker comes over later. Well, we'll leave Britt out. I'm going to say Britt for my next scenario. Yeah, I was thinking Brian Cage as well. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be mad at Cage. Cage and Wardlow. Or maybe even Cage and MJF. Or maybe we're looking at maybe MJF, Cage, and Wardlow. Those are the 3 that start. And then there's our zebra. Those are the 3 that start. And then we already had... Who do we have as the plant? Cody? Who did we decide was the plant? Bray Wyatt. Mia Yim. Shinsuke on the snapshot. Silver Tamina. The ghost of Big John Studd is crazy. D'Lo Brown on an auto. Mr. Bobblehead himself. Silver Miz. Dakota Kai. Silver Sami Zayn. Big E. Ringside of Blair Davenport. Silver Xavier Woods. Braun Breaker. 34/35 on a Braun Breaker auto. Told you, Jeff, don't put your trust in Blah. He will let you down every time. Zeus on the tricolor. Seth Rollins, scratch and sniff. And Jimmy Uso. No, we never got D'Lo bobbleheads. We should have. We should have. They definitely should have ran with that. All right, next scenario. I want to know how intriguing this would be for the fans. We already discussed earlier that you guys would be on board with an all women's show as one of the shows on the docket on the WWE network of television shows. We just mentioned this NWO scenario. Would you guys be intrigued? Would you guys be intrigued by that same type of story, like NWO takeover, but with it being with women wrestlers? Like if Jade Cargill and Britt Baker showed up and started taking out the women on the roster. And started an NWO type faction with just the ladies. Would that be intriguing for you? silver R-Truth, Bret Hart. Our silver ringside, Jey Uso. That's nice. Jey Uso on the silver ringside. Snapshot of Batista. Josh Briggs, 58/99. Alba Fire, Tatum Paxley. Zion Quinn, 60/249. Gunther. Die cut of Kiana James. Snapshot silver of Nikita Lyons. And Cora Jade on the ringside. Would you guys tune in weekly to see the development of that storyline? If they give that major push, major burn, a lot of airtime. Yes, Stephanie would have to be back for sure to kind of what the hell is going on type thing. To see the ladies come together. Who's your mole? Who's your insider? Rhea's with Judgment Day, so she's probably not involved, even though she's champ. So I can see her staying out of the storyline if we don't want to use her. Who's your insider in this situation? Let's see who our zebra is. Bray Wyatt. Ricochet. This is Upside Down Skis. Not a Rook. The King of Mystery himself, Rey Mysterio Jr. on the zebra. Dakota could do it. Like, leave damage control and do it. Not enough spotlight for her with Bailey and Io. Fair enough. There we go. So they don't take out Rhea belt wise. They take out Io. She's the one that they do damage to. I like that. I like Dakota. Personally, I'd like to see Bianca. But Dakota probably is further along in terms of like her heel persona. Gonna be stupid. Silver Aaliyah. Sonya Deville on the Scratch and Sniff. JC Jane, 63/249. Grayson Waller. Tricolor of Cora Jade. Ricochet on the Snapshot. Tricolor of Kofi Kingston. Braun Breaker. Tricolor of Bailey. Becky Lynch. Hulk Hogan. 143/249. Kevin Owens. All right, now for the other end, the DX portion. We recreate DX. Who are the members? She comes back as a heel for sure. She comes back as a heel 1,000%. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for it. Waller and who? Waller and Seth. Waller and Seth. Logan Paul. That I'm not mad at, Gumby. That I would not be mad at. I would not be mad at Logan playing that type of role. How would you guys feel about Waller in Theory? I think Waller and Miz is front door, but they, you know, Miz is he doesn't need something like that. I'm thinking something to launch the careers of a promising star. Guru Raj, 58 of 99. Thrasher on the auto. Scott Steiner, 3 of 199. Yo Sky. All right, so not Theory. Who would you say? Drew Gulak, RVD on the snapshot, Jey Uso on the ringside. Axiom, die cut. Shawn Michaels, snapshot snapshot silver. Sami Zayn, ringside. Silver Bret Hart. Yeah, Miz is 2 front door. Dakota Kai, snapshot. Silver Joe Coffey. Alan Jones on the auto. Logan Paul is pretty good. If they can get him to come to the roster full time. Kevin Owens. And he leaves Sammy behind for good? Or does he bring Sammy with him? Here's the thing. Here's my only issue with that. I don't know if you'd be able to convince me that Grayson Waller and Kevin Owens are besties when Sami Zayn is still on the roster. I think Waller gets pushed out of that lead spot in favor of Sami Zayn. Nah, not Brock. Couldn't be Brock. Brock's too big of a name. Remember when DX was Trips trying to find a character? Shawn Michaels was a big name, but he was going through, you know, his transitional phase. That sounds crazy. But Trips was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Like, we had never seen that side of him until he started pairing up with Michaels. Braun Breaker and Grayson Waller. With Cora as the female of the crew. I wouldn't be mad at that. Gumby, what are we doing? This guy. We got the zingers. Who's our New Age outlaws in this pairing? Valkyria on the silver. Dom Mysterio, 449 on the scratch and sniff. These cases haven't been that great. Roddy Piper, color match, 82 of 175. Always great combo, but these cases haven't been that good. China on the tricolor, Kevin Owens, Spacer. We got a lime green coming up. Angelo Dawkins, 96 of 99. Dakota Kai. William Regal, 17 and 75. Gunther. Tricolor of Raquel Rodriguez. Bray Wyatt. Moving on. Yeah, that is very true. A lot of people we don't normally see. Street Profits would be that tag team. Gumby would be pissed. Gumby would be upset. Because that means they're splitting up the New Hurt business. Would you guys buy Ricochet and Braun Breaker? And the white folding chair is crazy. That is wild. Bobby Lashley on the white, 6 of 125. Got Charlie Dempsey on an auto. Tatum Paxley. Silver Sheamus. Asuka, 38 of 49 on the scratch and sniff auto. Silver Big E. Shinsuke Nakamura on a snapshot. Tricolor of Seth Rollins. Bret Hart. Veer Mahan, 17 of 99. Bautista, snapshots. Ringside of Gigi Dolan. Die cut of Karrion Kross. Apollo Crews on the silver snapshot, and Lex Luger ringside. Logan Paul and Seth would be the team. Would you not just automatically plug Becky into there instead of Rhea? All things considered. Because that was kind of the point of DX was just to break up some of that kayfabe a little bit. Like, this is the real homie. These are real relationships. This is why this works. This is why the chemistry is as good as it is on the screen. Like, if you have Seth, would you not just bring Becky? Waller and Mello. Mello's main roster size is still a question mark for me. That's my only issue. Waller and Mello's, I'm not Waller, but Mello's main roster size is still a question for me. I think if you have him in there, I think whenever they decide to bring Mello up, they have to bring him up with somebody that can kind of protect him until he can prove that he can work a match against a person considerably larger than he is. Yeah, Gumby, like his style, he's more high flying. There's not enough in his moveset to really get into like grounding wrestlers. Like for instance, Butch, I believe, can work against larger opponents because his wrestling style is more mat based. It's more joint manipulation. It's meant to essentially break down the opposition. So even though he's smaller in size, the focused attack kind of evens the playing field, right? Melo's main thing is his high flying ability and some high impact moves. I don't know if that impact necessarily happens against somebody that's that much bigger. And then even somebody like Dragunov, the sheer fact that he's it's the same thing with the Darby Allin thing in AEW, right? Darby's small as hell, 71 to 249 for Randy Orton, but he's willing to throw his body into any and everything just to create some damage. And Dragunov works the same way. So I think him balancing the playing field on a person that's larger than him works the same way. Goldberg ringside. Oh yeah. Butch was, man. Pete Dunne was different. Randy Orton, 29 of 75. It's the Randy Orton stack. There's Roman Reigns, ringside of Carmella, Silver Joe Coffey. It's a Gunther break. Second auto of the IC champ. Tricolor of Jagger Reed, Apollo Crews snapshot. Silver Gigi Dolan. Alan Jones on the scratch and sniff. Yeah, they're not doing anything with Becky. The storyline with Trish is dead as hell. She's credible in terms of what she can do against either sex. Not the biggest, but she can definitely interfere in something and cause some problems. You definitely did, Gumby. You definitely did. You got your replica belt. You said, you know what? I'll take care of my chiclets. My gums are strong enough. I could do this. I can wear a belt in my teeth. Yeah, I wouldn't advise it. I definitely wouldn't advise it. I didn't see it and think, yo, fam, that's me right there. I need to get out of shot. Didn't think that, but I applaud you for your effort. I don't condemn you for your wanting to try. Can we get a green or a black? Damn. Shanti Adonis, 190 of 199. Jonathan Michaels. We got a silver Goldberg, Bianca Belair. Our orange is Nikita Lyons, 12 of 49. Got Dragunov. Shawn Michaels, 239 to 249. Otis, snapshot. Y'all be down for Otis recreating Vader. Hank Walker on the tricolor. Molly Holly, 24/49. My man thinks he's Lance Storm. We got the Samoan Japanese man Yokozuna on the tricolor. Liv Morgan, and a block card. Gumby think he Lance Storm in WCW. Didn't he wear like 8 belts at one time? All right, 3 boxes left. case hits out of the way. Got a color roll earlier. Our golds have been low. No greens, no blacks. Tie-dyes have been decent. Not the volume I'd like, but not too bad. It's been a good combo, though. So that's the takes portion. We got the breaks portion out of the way. Now it's the takes portion. If they continue with the push that they're doing with the Mysterios and the LWO and all that, I could see them perhaps reaching out. It would have to be fairly soon, though. Because I don't know how much more mileage they're gonna give this story. Outside of Ray and Dom, Silver, Brock Lesnar, Rhea Ripley, Braun Strowman, 42 of 149. Omos joining the tie-dye party with some scratch and sniff love. 7 of 25 on the Omos. Cora Jade, 107 of 199. Roxanne Perez. Tommaso Ciampa, 70 of 75. Bianca Belair. Silver Bray Wyatt. Boa on the auto. Oh yeah, we're definitely just grabbing randoms. Goldberg, 144 of 175. Snapshot of Kofi. Keep it pushing. Yeah, we're definitely getting just randoms. Got a Boa auto. Super wild. Jeff's excited. Jeff Jade is excited. Two boxes and a stack left. Still looking for something memorable to send the people home with. Boa is not going to cut it in that mission. Piper, Silver Rick Rude, Ultimate Warrior, ringside of Rey Mysterio, Bianca Belair, 181 of 199, Roman Reigns, ringside of Apollo Crews, Tricolor Luke Gallows, Cora Jade, Blah, Karrion Kross, 23 of 249. KO. Bronson Reed on the tricolor. Zoe Stark snapshot. Silver X-Pac. Big Dave Bautista on the auto. This one is 14 of 60. And Shinsuke. Did you guys catch that promo? The Shinsuke cut on Seth, but it was in Japanese. I thought that was fire. They had him speaking in Japanese. They put the subtitles at the bottom, but just the way he delivered it in his native tongue made it hit that much more. They used his speech in correlation with some cutscenes. Worked out beautifully. All right, second to last box. Then we'll do a recap, and then we'll send you good people on your way. Yeah, it's on the interwebs. Damn fine piece of work, I thought. Outside of MJF, name me another wrestler that's never had a substantial role in the WWE that would thrive in a WWE environment. Outside of MJF, because he's the obvious choice. There's our green. Damn, stop playing with your boy. We'll do this. I'll bring that out later. And we'll get rid of this spacer. Get rid of both of these spacers. Alright. Jake Roberts, Thea Hell, Liv Morgan, 150 of 175. We got Cody Rhodes. Gunther, having a night, 23 of 125. Just the green portion. We need the black portion to continue. Maybe it's in the last box. Jimmy Uso, tricolor. William Regal. Hogan on the tricolor. Randy Orton. Top Dollar. Silver Dragunov. Asuka. Ringside of Solo Sikoa. Hank Walker. Die cut of William Regal. Dragunov and Humberto on the ringside. So who haven't we seen in the WWE that wasn't previously there that would thrive in the WWE? And I'm talking main event status. Kenny Omega. Would he have to change anything about his style of delivery? Okada. How's Okada's English? Masay. 38 of 199. Scratch and Sniff of Candice LeRae. Zeus on the silver. Jerry Sags, 11 of 35. One half of the Nasty Boys on the auto. Silver Ricochet. We got The Rock. Silver Bray Wyatt. Damian Priest, 18 of 49 on the Damian Priest auto. It's not bad. Charlotte Flair, 133 of 149. Alba Fire, Hank Walker. Is Okada's English pretty good? If so, I could see that. My only issue is his mic skills in English better be on point. Because we know how good he is. You might get a couple of like diehards in the crowd that would be able to identify him and know how good he is, but nothing about him outside of that in-ring ability scores high on the here's what we're looking for WWE checklist. Omega at least has enough over-the-top personality to get over outside of what we already know about him. Like, he'd have to be introduced to a fairly new casual crowd. Hardcore fans, we know. Big E on a snapshot. John Cena's going to uncover the green. That might be a good sign. This is this way. No Rookie Love. Asuka. Very nice. 2 of 5 on the Asuka. That's a nice hit. That is a nice hit. But she'd be a prime example of what I was going to get into in terms of the language barrier being enough to, like her, I mean, Shinsuke never really reached the level he probably could have because of the language barrier. Asuka eventually did. But I think that has more to do with the lack of high-level talent in the ladies division. So Asuka just kind of became undeniable. And even then, I don't think they give her the type of run that she will never be able to replicate that NXT run. So I wonder if Okada without being fluid in English and enough to like convey personality through that, he doesn't give you anything else that says we should pay attention to him outside of the type of Mac classics he can put on. And if that's the case, then he needs a mouthpiece to really sell him as somebody a casual fan base should care about. So you have to pair him with like Heyman or something like that. Because even with somebody as credible as Kenta, there just wasn't enough connection with the fans. Main roster is a different animal. Tricolor of The Rock, Stone Cold, Bianca Belair, 151 of 249. Got Warrior, Julius Creed, 90 of 199. JC Jane, Finley on the ringside. Got a silver Charlotte. LA Knight on the snapshot. Tegan Knox, second ringside of hers we pulled. Silver Ricochet, Roddy Piper. Silver Cody Rhodes. He speaks a good enough English. All right, cool. 61/99, Zelina Vega, scratch and sniff. Can he do good character work with that though? Like if Okada was to take his English and have to get on a mic against The Miz, could he hold his own? John Cena, 26/149. Bailey and Jimmy Uso, because I think that's the litmus test. Warhorse. Who's that? Refresh my memory. Jake Bryan, where's he wrestle? Where is he wrestle? All right, I'm about to check him out. Is he what's his looks? Bigger guy, smaller guy. What's his style as well? And is he excellent on the mic? We got a redemption, so that redemption will probably end the break. Because I don't see a one-on-one. Sonya Deville, 22/75. Rey Mysterio. All right, I'm going to check him out. Tricolor of Triple H. Charlotte Flair. I don't like the fact that they didn't give us that one-on-one. Boogeyman on the white. 52/125. Oh, somebody's going to be pissed. They wanted Shotzi last night. 8/60. Shotzi ringside auto. Not last night, but the last time we ran this. Hank Walker. Valentina Feroz on the tricolor. Natalia. Silver Sheamus. And Io Sky, who will uncover our redemption. Yeah, Buffalo. It seems to be the trend. When we miss one, we make it up later with either 2 to 3 one-on-ones. Blue Prism. 38. Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt is our second redemption. And that's also the last hit of the break. We will do a recap after we get some coverage on these cards. Not the best of hits. Not like what we're used to seeing. But again, just spending time with y'all. Talking some wrestling. Fleshing out some fantasy booking. Going over some history. We even got to some hip-hop talk. I thought that was fire. All right, Buffalo. All right. Let's do a recap. Die cut, William Regal, Karrion Kross, Axiom, Kiana James, Gunther, Brutus Beefcake, Big E, Sami Zayn, Raquel Rodriguez, Jey Uso, Ashanti Adonis, Jimmy Uso, Katana Chance, Liv Morgan, Mankind, Brooks Jensen, and Alan Jones. We got our blues here. Montez Ford, Valentina Feroz, Montez Ford, Nathan Frazier, Jerry Lawler, Undertaker, The Rock, Roddy Piper, Zeus, Jimmy Uso, Rhea Ripley, Angelo Dawkins, Seth Rollins, Valentina Feroz, Dakota Kai, Braun Breaker, and Asuka, Bianca Belair, Julius Creed, Massey, Karrion Kross, Bianca Belair, Cora Jade, Ashanti Adonis, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, Scott Steiner, JC Jane, still going, Hulk Hogan, Zion Quinn, Seth Rollins, Ultimate Warrior, JC Jane, Guru Raj, The Rock, Ultimate Warrior, Ivar, Bray Wyatt, and Ron Killings, aka R-Truth. To 149, we have John Cena, Charlotte Flair, Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Braun Strowman, Montez Ford, Dragunov, Matt Riddle, Karrion Kross, Kevin Owens, Veer, Bautista, Yokozuna, and Karrion Kross. To 175, we got Sonya Deville. She had a bunch. Liv Morgan, Goldberg, Piper, Ivar, Mankind, Quinn, Ivy Nile, Ivar, Sonya, Seth, George, Cody Rhodes, Chuck Dempsey, Sonya Deville. I said Sonya Deville, Shelton Benjamin, and Booker T. King Booker. 125, Boogeyman, Gunther, Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley, Joe Coffey, Akira Tozawa, Mark Coffey, Carmella, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Dempsey. To 99, Veer, Angelo Dawkins, Guru Raj, Josh Briggs, Rob Van Dam, Ultimate Warrior, Eddie Guerrero, Rob Van Dam, and DDP. To 75, we got Tommaso Ciampa, Randy Orton, William Regal, Mankind, Sonya Deville, Jake Roberts, and Ludwig Kaiser. Our oranges, Nikita Lyons, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Michael Satomura, and Lita. So all women on our oranges. Not bad. All right, we will do our scratch and sniffs. Zelina Vega, Candice LeRae, AJ Styles, Dom Mysterio, Sonya Deville, Seth Rollins, Dana Brooke, Jimmy Uso, Shinsuke Nakamura, Lacey Evans, Tommaso Ciampa, Dana Brooke, Cam Grimes, Rhea, Shinsuke, Nikki Cross, Shinsuke, Alba Fire, The Miz, Shayna, and Cameron Grimes. Our scratch and sniffs, they got scribbled on: Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Jey Uso. We'll keep the autos going. Damian Priest, Jerry Sags, Batista. Move some of this out the way. Boa, Molly Holly, Gunther, Charlie Dempsey, Thrasher, Braun Breaker, Alba Fire, Natalia, Kaden Carter, Hacksaw Duggan, Ashanti Adonis, and Joe Coffey. Kiana James, Joaquin Wild, Jim Duggan, Tyler Bate, JBL, Scarlett, Elias, Ariana, Booker T, Valkyria, Bruce Beefcake, Cora Jade, Michelle McCool, and Roxanne Perez. Ringside Scribble Cards, Shotzi, AJ Styles, D'Lo Brown, Maurice, Rick Steiner, Alexa Bliss, Finley, AJ Styles, and Lex Luger. Our redemptions, Bray Wyatt, that was a blue, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's a red. Our tie-dyes, Omos on a scratch and sniff, Carmelo Hayes on an auto, Tony D, The Miz, Michael Satomura auto, ringside of Billy Gunn, scratch and sniff of Dom Mysterio, Gunther on an auto, and Bray Wyatt. Our golds were low, Otis and Grayson Waller on the scratch and sniff. Our zebras, Rey Mysterio, Andre the Giant. Our silver ringsides, Jey Uso and Ava. We also got a color wheel of Seth Rollins, probably the hit of the break, and a die cut silver ringside of B-Fab. And last but not least, our green to keep the green streak alive at least, Asuka, 205. All right, that's the break. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you in a couple days. Peace.